Yeah, that's right. I read that. I read that. I read that out there. I'm kind of, that's kind of testimony. That's
Good morning. I'm going to have Jennifer come up in just a moment to share with us a financial moment. I had not had in the bulletin a moment of praise, and I had 4 different phrases today that we need to highlight. So we're going to do that, and then we'll have Jim come forward. First is a note from Samantha Spooner Love, and it says, "Thank you for remembering Alan and me at this special time in our lives. Beautiful gifts were greatly appreciated. Friendship holds a special place in my heart as a church I grew up being a part of. Again, thank you for all your thoughtfulness." Let's see. The next one is George and Dot are celebrating 65 years and 4 days together. And another phrase about that, 4 months ago, she would not have been able to stand up. So we're grateful for that as well. Jeffrey has been honored now with tenure in the Associate Nursing Program at Bainbridge College. And Dr. Walker wanted to come make a praise.
We never know when strange things are going to happen, but actually, in my life, I think I've seen 2 definite miracles that I can remember. But yesterday, at Manor Drop, I was downstairs having to fill out the forms, and when we got through, one tall girl came over and asked me if I could talk to her a minute, and I said, "I'll be happy to." So we went over to the side, and she told me, she said, "You know, I was not a Christian, but after I saw you get well, after what happened to you, I thought that was a miracle, and I'm convinced it was. And I'm a Christian now. I believe in God, and I think He's working in our lives just like He did in the Old Testament time." And I told her I appreciated her saying that more than she knows, but I was sorry it had to be me. But, you know, I always have felt and have wondered about the things Paul said about things work good with those who love God. And I think it is certainly true, because I thought about that yesterday, and it's hard to imagine that God would find a way like that to convert somebody. I think he was right, though. Then I looked at Sunday school lesson this morning, and a sentence in it says it even better. "A perfect love for God believes that in all things God works for good, and that although some particular circumstances may themselves be negative, God will use them as carriers of good." And I think that is pretty definitely a miracle. I didn't realize I had such a bad prognosis until I got home. But he tried to tell me how bad it was, and I didn't remember a lot of it, but I do really feel thankful that I'm doing good, and I'm thankful that this young lady was converted because of what happened to me.
I got 2 things I'd like to give praise for. Jim was continued last week in the National College dance competition with her team, and they finished number 3 in the nation. The other thing you mentioned last week, when I hear a little bit, they call that dance competition, but I'm proud to say we got a dollar going in our favor. Not yet.
We just don't move him away.
There we go. We just kind of want to bring you up to date on our financial pledge campaign, or our estimate giving campaign. We had 42 cards returned, which I was a little bit disappointed in that. I thought we had more, but then we started looking at the number of families in the church. And when you look at the families, that's not a bad number. Now, we also have, Ruby pointed out to me that we have 21 families that did not complete a card, but that they do give on a regular basis. So when you take both of those into consideration, we actually have 63 families that are giving on a regular basis. Now, can you pop up the next slide for me? Here we go. What I did is I went back and looked at the last 2 years, 2013, 2014. In 2013, our pledge campaign came back with $221,160. We did not have a estimate of giving campaign in 2014, and in 2015, the cards came back with $195,210. Now, in 2013, we had received a total. Now, this is the estimates of giving the 21 families that give on a regular basis, plus what loose offerings that was given during the year. We collected a total of almost $288,000. You can see those numbers there. And then last year we collected $272,000. This year we're expected to collect somewhere around in the neighborhood of $276,850. Now the numbers that are in yellow on there, those are estimates. Now in 2013 we actually spent $288,000, and we were actually in the hole about $54 that year. That's pretty close. I'd call that a break even. Then last year, 2014, we ended up in the hole about $6,100. Now, that $6,100 that we are in the negative from last year did not include the almost $10,000 in portions that we didn't pay. So when you take that into consideration, we were about $16,000 short last year. And this year, we are expecting to collect from the loose offerings and the pledge campaign and the other families that are given, we're expecting to collect somewhere in the neighborhood of $276,850. And we are estimating that it's going to take almost $300,000 to operate this year. Now, from that, you can see that we're going to be about $23,000, a little over $23,000 short if these numbers are correct. And at this point, I see no reason why they won't be. Now, the good news is that so far through March the 31st, we have received almost $70,852. And if we continue on that schedule, then we're gonna collect somewhere around $283,400. And we're still gonna be in the hole, and we're to the point we've got to make some decisions. I don't see how we can operate on any less than the $300,000. And we don't want to go out and borrow money to pay our bills. I just don't see that as an option. So we're going to give it another 3 months and take a look at what we've done, and then we're going to have to really sit down and make some hard decisions as to where we're going to cut and how we're going to cut. But Ruby tells me that January, February, and March are usually good months as far as getting concerned. The summer months is when we really get behind, and then it'll pick back up. So if you can, during the summer months, let's try to keep on track with our giving. And we're going to do these little updates on a quarterly basis. I just want to keep everybody informed as to where we are how things are going. I think as long as the church knows where we are, I think the money will come in. And we're just gonna have to go on faith for another 3 months and see what happens. And anytime you've got questions, if you want to call me, I have all the answers. The financial books of the church are a lot more complicated than I expected them to be. And to be honest with you, I'm still in a learning process as to where all the accounts are and how they're to be used and that kind of stuff. And so it's a real learning process. If you've never been involved in it on a regular basis, you need to be. Everybody in the church needs to be aware of how the money's getting. We have a lot of designated accounts that money can't be used, that comes in that can't be used to pay for the general operation. Those accounts have to be used for specific funds. And I think that those accounts that we have really does a good job in keeping up with all that and keeping some on what's there and how we should use it. Thank you.
Good morning. Good to see everybody here despite this weather. Are there any further announcements? Anyone have anything else they want to mention? Tomorrow is our senior adult luncheon. It's a week later than usual because I was gone for spring break, so I wanted to make sure to mention that. But tomorrow at 12 o'clock with Meet the Fellowship Hall. Anyone else have an announcement? Ruth just handed me something that I want to read to you. My mother wrote this several years ago, and it really touched my heart when she gave it to me. It's joy and celebration of life. I lost my beloved husband Walter in June of 2007. I discovered that nothing can ever prepare you for losing a loved one. Even when we know a loved one is dead, it is a shock when they are gone. A few weeks after Walter's death, my sister Tia gave birth to a beautiful baby girl, Nevaeh. When Nevaeh was 4 days old, her Aunt Asia put her in my lap, and it was love at first sight, I think, for both of us. Nevaeh loves me to talk to her, and she loves me to laugh and clap at everything she does. Nevaeh went from a walker to a push toy to walking along while I clapped and laughed with her. A baby brings so much joy and love. Nevaeh has really helped me through a very difficult time. Thank you, Lord, for all the love you bring to us in this world, for all the ways you comfort us in our time of need. Amen. Prayer focus, those who are grieving. Matthew 4 from the Living Bible. Those who are sad now are happy because God will comfort them. From the Devotional Bible. Those who mourn are fortunate, for they shall be comforted. So that's just a little bit of wisdom from my mother. Please find your attendance pads so we'll know that you were here and you won't have to get some pressure.
Let's stand together and say, we bring the sacrifice.
Y'all shake hands, but stay in your feet. Meditating the Apostles' Creed, which you'll find on the screen or in the bulletin or at 881 in your hymnal. Let's go together now this historic confession of our Christian faith. I believe in God the Father Almighty, maker of heaven and earth, and in Jesus Christ, his only Son, our Lord, who was conceived by the Holy Spirit, born of the Virgin Mary, suffered under Pontius Pilate, was crucified, dead, and buried. The third day he arose from the dead. He ascended into heaven and sitteth at the right hand of God the Father Almighty. From thence he shall come to judge the quick and the dead. I believe in the Holy Spirit, the Holy Catholic Church, the communion of saints, the forgiveness of sins, the resurrection of the body, and the life everlasting. Amen. I'll put it back in the bulletin next week. Children, if you come forward now for your time.
Good morning. I'm a slim crowd this morning, but I'm glad to see each one of you that are up here. I want to show you each a new game that I have here on my phone. Okay, see the word says shake, and watch what happens when I shake my phone. You see all those letters, and they've all landed in a spot. Can you see words? Are there words that are real obvious to you right there? Not really, is it? This is a game where you mix up all the letters and then you have to study it. And if you can form words out of that, believe it or not. If you study it and you go to the right and then down and then up in different ways, you actually can put letters together and form words. But you have to really study it, and whenever whenever you see it, you're looking at it, and the word just kind of comes to you. It's sort of like your mind just sort of opened up and allowed you to be able to see that word that's on there. I want you to keep that in mind while I tell you a story. What did we celebrate just 2 weeks ago on Easter? That's right. And what exactly is Easter? What happened on Easter? Jesus rose from the dead. That's right. Well, I'm going to tell you a story in the Bible about a time after Jesus rose from the dead. He appeared to some of his disciples. All of a sudden, he was just there. Well, they really didn't know what to think. They were kind of like, whoa, wait a minute now. I mean, they knew he had been crucified, and they knew he had, kind of risen from the dead, but they really didn't know what to think about it. They didn't, they thought, were they seeing a ghost? Because here was someone that they knew had just been crucified and had died on the cross, and now he's in front of them. They didn't know what to think. And Jesus could tell this by their expressions. He said, well, what's wrong? Why are you troubled? Do you not believe that this is really me? Look at me. Here's my arms, here's my legs, here's my feet. A ghost doesn't have flesh and bones like I have here. And we still weren't really sure. We could just tell on their face, like, Jesus, I don't know. I'm just not sure that there's just not a ghost here. So he asked them if they had something to eat. So they gave him something to eat. He ate it. You think a ghost could eat food like a no. So Jesus realized that he needed to do something to make his disciples understand that this was really him. He really had been risen from the dead. So just like sometimes my mind will finally be opened up where I can see those words in that game, Jesus opened the minds of those disciples so that they can understand exactly what was going on. You see, it had been written a long, long time ago that Jesus would come, he would die for our sins, and then he would rise from the dead. And why did all that happen? Why did he die for our sins? I kind of gave you that when I said it before, because he loved us, exactly. But he died on the cross so we could have forgiveness for our sins. So we can have freedom, that's right. So he kind of had to open the minds up of those disciples to make them understand that he was really there, that what had been written had been fulfilled. He had come, he had died on the cross, and he had been risen from the dead, all so that we could have forgiveness for our sins. Isn't that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool thing for somebody to do, don't you think? Yeah, so we want to always make sure that our minds can stay open and be open to understand, to learn, and to live whatever it is that God wants us to do, okay? Can y'all bow your head and say, please? I'm going to hear you. There's a few voices, so let's make them really loud, okay? Dear God, thank you for Jesus. And help us, God, to keep our minds, our hearts, and our lips open, understanding, and willing to tell others about Jesus. Amen.
Our prayer for strength in your bulletin, it makes it as we sing, oh, how he loves you and me.
We would like to lift these names up in prayer. The family of Pam Moore, unspoken, Gary Johnson, Janice and Robert Beatty, Audrey Ernest, Marie Stoner, Winona Easton and family traveling at home, Carla Stewart, Annette Pat, Mark Carr, Michelle Moody family, Renee Harris, Laura Eason, Travelers, Nathan Higgins, Jack Burr, Wyatt Smith, Renee Harris, Israel, Linda Baker, Pray for Me, Annie J. Barber, Nathan Higgins, Augusta Duran, Michelle Moody's family over the loss of her father, Lisa Enfinger's mother had a heart attack, Carla and Brantley, marriage conference, James and Michelle Moody, Renee Harris, Elizabeth Alexander, Sherry Strong, Michael Moore, Taylor Hicks, Dr. Roland Bridges, Eleanor Houston, and Staten, and Holland, Weather, Israel, Carl Young, Harold Hardy, Kim Waller family.
We got to speak with all the singers. Let's go to the Lord in prayer. Today, Lord, we have celebrations, rejoices, good news, good things happening. We are grateful, Lord, for each of those situations. We are grateful, Lord, that you are present with those people. As they rejoice, Lord, you rejoice with them. Lord, we're also aware of difficult situations. The fear of weather coming our way. The threat that it presents to us. And Lord, I'm concerned for the Moore family that had so much tragedy. They don't have a church home here. I wonder how in the world you get through without having the family of God to surround you and love you. Because I know, Lord, what happens when the family of God surrounds you and loves on you and cares for you. I know that if you've got enough of this, Lord, you bring food. Lots of food. There's always enough to eat. And Lord, I know that when we need prayer, there's always someone there to step up to pray. And when you need your shoulder to cry on, there's somebody there to hold you. When you need a good laugh, Lord, we as United Methodists can laugh together. So we come today, Lord, knowing that there are joys, there are sorrows. And Lord, we lift them all to you. And we thank you that you hear our prayers. And that you love us and respond to those prayers. Give us the strength we need for today. Be it in sorrow or joy. Help us, Lord, today to rejoice that we are in your presence. For this we pray in the holy and precious name of Jesus, who taught us to pray, saying, Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever.
Ushers, please come forward. Father God, we praise your name. We are so grateful for this opportunity to return a portion of your bountiful gifts to us. Please accept these tithes and offerings and use them to the benefit of others. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
adoptions again this week. I don't know what happened last week at the wedding, standing over here Sunday morning, and it didn't work right. It didn't change anything Saturday to Sunday, but it worked fine Saturday, not Sunday. I swear there's a remnant somewhere. Our scripture today comes to us from 1 John. It jumps up on me again, all right. 1 John chapter 3. And if you are looking at your Bible, it's towards the end. It's not too far from Revelation according to John. If you want to turn there, you can. John chapter 3, verses 1 through 7. I did some studies this week. In the year 2011, there were in the state of Florida 3,777 adoptions. That means that 3,777 children were taken into a home and loved on and cared for, perhaps for the first time in their lives. But there's another sad statistic that comes out of that. About 200 of those adoptions were dissolved. Now that's pretty good odds, isn't it? 2 out of almost 4,000. That's relatively good odds. That meant that 3,577 children were loved on, cared for, and kept by the parents. But that also means that 200 children were sent back to the state for various reasons. Sometimes the parents died. Sometimes they decided they couldn't handle the child. Sometimes they got sick. Sometimes the children decided they didn't want to be with those parents. Can you imagine how gut-wrenching it must be, though? 200 children were told that they're not wanted, were not loved, were not able to be loved on. We have this glorified picture of adoption. We think of the movie Annie. Susanna went to see Annie, the new one, and she loved it. She has no idea about the other one as much. She's seen it, but it doesn't make as much sense to her as the one that I saw as a kid. With the little redheaded girl that looks like Susanna. We seem to think that all the children in the orphanage are just a little shabbily dressed, but they all sing well, they can dance as if a choreographer is standing there showing how to dance just right. And they all have beautiful smiles and perfect teeth and perfect hair. And as soon as the right person comes along, they're going to be adopted and everything's going to be wonderful after that. But if you've ever dealt with adoption, if you've ever dealt with people who deal with adoption, you know that it is not going to be a simple process of, ooh, I'll take that one. It's not like walking in a pet park. We walked in a pet park the other night in Dothan, and my children wanted to look at the puppies. Praise the Lord, there were no puppies in the store that day. I have a friend, though, that tried to adopt. She and her husband lived in California. They were told that they could never have children. So they went to an adoption agency, and the adoption agency said, yes, you can get you a child. It's going to be coming from Russia. Is that okay? Yes, that would be wonderful. It's going to cost me $25,000 to do this whole process. That's just to get the child. That doesn't include raising the child after that. I remember when I was a child, they said it cost $180,000 from birth to college to raise a child. And I can't imagine it's gotten any cheaper. I know because I have to buy all these things for my children. So they spent $25,000. And then it turns out the adoption agency wasn't legal. And Russia canceled the adoption. And wouldn't give the money back. They kept the money in Russia. So $25,000 was kept in Russia. They were heartbroken. They had waited almost 10 years to have a child. And they were told they could have a child, and then that was snatched away from them. And they were heartbroken about that. They went to the state of California and offered to adopt any child that was available. They said, we're going to put you on a waiting list. You probably will not get offered one for several years. And if you do, it may be an older child, not an infant like you want. Because everybody wants those cute, sweet little innocent infants. Please change their diapers sometimes. You might think differently. They went to the battery of tests you have to go through to do adoption. I saw some of you nodding your head and you want to talk about adoption. You know what you have to go through to adopt a child. It's not a simple process. Then they were contacted and they said, we have a little girl for you. She's scared. Her mother's in a gang. Has been put in prison, and so we want you to take her. But you can never, ever tell anyone what her name is. You can never put her picture on the internet until she's an adult. Because if the mama finds out where she is, she will come to get her. And even though you have the legal rights, try telling that to somebody holding a gun. You have the right to have that child. And so they have to keep her in secret. Now she gets to live her life. She goes to swimming lessons, and she goes to school, and she goes to church, and she has a full life with her mother and father. But there's always that threat, that fear that someday the mama's going to find them. There's also the threat that this little girl has because she was already 8 years old when they adopted her. An 8-year-old have already formed their personalities and their opinions about life. And she totally believed that everybody was out to get her. So even when the mama and the daddy offer love and hope and hold on to her and hold her through the night as she cries to sleep, she doesn't believe it. And though she's been with that family almost 5 years now, every once in a while, that personality comes back out. Y'all remember the movie Alien, when the alien comes out of the stomach and goes crazy? That's what she's like. She's wild, she's crazy, she gets angry, she throws things, she hits, she screams, because she doesn't know any better. That's the personality she has. Now, why am I telling you this story about this girl about adoption? Because God adopted us. And in the passage I'm going to read in just a moment in 1 John, you're going to hear about how you were adopted into God's family. You are now a child of God. You have all the rights and privileges of being a child of God, but sometimes our personality comes out, doesn't it? And that little alien that I talked about pops up because we forget how much God loves us. And we forget how much God will take away the pain and the anger and the hurt if we'll let Him. I can almost hear that little girl saying these words. You don't really love me. I don't know what goes through the mind of a child that has them think that. But you can imagine how much pain you must be in to say those words. But God does love us. Hear now these words from 1 John chapter 3. See what love the Father has given us, that we should be called children of God. And that is what we are. We are God's children. No one's higher in the pecking order. Nobody's lower in the pecking order. We're God's children. Think about that for a moment. The most powerful being in the entire universe has said, you're mine. You belong to me. I love you. That'll preach right there, won't it? The one who made the stars and the moon and the sun and the earth wants to have a relationship with you because He loves you. There's a second half of that verse. The world doesn't know us. The reason the world does not know us is that it did not know Him. It did not know God. Beloved, we are God's children now. What we will be has not yet been revealed. What we do know is this. When He is revealed, we will be like Him. We will see Him as He is. People don't see God in us because they don't know what God looks like. They don't recognize God. They don't see God. Now, I can't deny my children. They look like me. Would y'all say that they look like me? And if you saw Rebecca standing next to you, you'd probably say, yep, they definitely belong together, all five of them, redheads. But you know who else I look like? You know who else they look like? Jesus. Now how can I say they look like Jesus? Have y'all seen pictures of Jesus? Y'all know what a Jewish person looked like in the first century? Olive skin. I don't have olive skin, I assure you. I put on SPF 90 if I can find it. I don't have that hooked nose. But I do know this. And I can get away with saying this. I'm not a redheaded stepchild. I'm a child of God. And I look like Christ in the eyes of God, and so do you. We've been adopted into God's family. He loves us, and He wants us to be welcomed into His family. And then once we've been brought into the family, we're supposed to act like Jesus. And so we have verse 3 that says, and all who have this hope in Him purify themselves just as He is pure. Once you begin to recognize that you are like Christ, that you are a brother of Christ, then you start to act like Christ. You start to do the things that Christ does. So that the world begins to see, oh wait, yeah, I see it now. I see it now. Fred Craddock has a wonderful story that he tells. He was tired. He taught preaching to preachers. And I got to tell you, I remember being in seminary and learning how to preach, and I was terrible. Now, y'all may think I've gotten a little bit better since then, but I believe me, I was terrible. I didn't know what I was doing. And so I can imagine being a preaching professor and having to teach these students who don't know what they're doing, who will not figure it out. It takes sometimes 5 or 6 years of preaching to really start to get a flow, to get a feeling of who you're supposed to be. So Fred Craddock had all these duties. It was wearing him out. It was the end of the semester, and he couldn't wait for the end of the semester. When it finally got there, he and his wife got in the car and they drove north. Away from Atlanta. You gotta get away from Atlanta. Billy, you want to get away from Atlanta, don't you, when you're there? Get back home to South Georgia. Well, he wanted to go north. He went up Chattanooga and then over to Pigeon Forge. And it was late. He got into a restaurant late, and he sat down with his wife at a table, a nice, quiet, intimate dinner, on vacation finally. And we look up, and there's this man walking around the room, talking to everybody at every table. Fred looks at his wife and says, please don't let him come here. I'm so tired. I just want to have a quiet meal. And before he could finish his sentence, the man said, how you doing? Now, y'all been in restaurants where somebody walks up and says hello to you, haven't you? And sometimes they're welcome, and sometimes we think, what can I say to get you to leave? So the man said, mind if I have a seat? And then he sat down before he got the answer. And Fred looked at him and said, how are you? And he says, I'm great. And he says, well, I see you sitting here with your wife. What do you do? You look kind of tired, like you're worn out. What do you do? Well, I'm a teacher. What do you teach? Fred did not want to say, because it's kind of like the quiet little thing. You never tell anybody you're a preacher. You want to see how they react first. I love it when I'm standing there in line at the grocery store and somebody starts, I don't really love it, but they're fussing at the grocery store. They turn around and say, hey, preacher. Fred did not want to tell that he was a preacher. And the guy said, well, what do you teach? Preacher. Well, great, I've got a fabulous story for you. And you could almost see his face this time. And so he sat to listen. And the man said, when I was a little boy, I lived in one of the hollers back there in the hills of Tennessee. Didn't have a daddy. I know I had a daddy, but I don't know who he was. My mom didn't know who he was. She never told me. And every Saturday we'd have to go into town, and as we walk into town, we get our groceries. Kids my age would stand on the front porch of their house. They wouldn't want to get near me. And they'd shout out those words. Let the world know I didn't have a daddy. I didn't want to look at them because I knew they were right. I didn't have a daddy. They called me that name, that horrible name. And sometimes they'd throw rocks at me. I hated going to town with my mama. But on Sunday morning, just down the road from our house, there was a church. And I would slip in the back door after they started church. And I would sit in the back and I would listen. And then just before the preacher got up to give the benediction, I'd slip out the back door. One Sunday morning, though, the preacher surprised me. Instead of giving the benediction to the front, he slipped to the back. And he gave the benediction before I could get out. And I was trying to figure out how I was going to get out the door. So I waited. And I watched as people started passing by. And I waited. And then I saw it was my chance. And he was shaking hands with somebody. So I slipped. I was going to run right by him. But as I started to go by him, he put his hand out to the top of my head and stopped me. And there I stood with his hand in my head, looking up, not sure what to do next. And the preacher said, "Son, who are you? What's your name? Who's your dad?" And you could see that young man just almost collapsed. The preacher, with his hand on my head, said, "Hold on a second, I see it right now. You're a child of God. Go out and claim your inheritance." And with that, the man sitting at the table got up and walked away. And Fred is intrigued now. He wants to hear the rest of the story. What happened? How did you go from being this little boy that was called that name to this happy man now? So we called the waitress over. "Who's that guy?" "Oh, that's just old Ben." "Ben who?" "Ben Hooper, the former governor of Tennessee. He claimed his inheritance. He knew who he was. He was a child of God. And he claimed it. And became so much more than the world said he could or should be. We need to offer Christ to the world so they can claim their inheritance too. You see, the rest of this passage talks about things that are going wrong. Look here at verse 4. Everyone who commits sin is guilty of lawlessness. Sin is lawlessness. How often do we hold sins against people? You're evil. You're a sinner. Nobody wants you around. Nobody likes you. You're a terrible person. Think back to when you were in high school. Just for a moment. How many of you want to go back to high school right now, knowing what you know today? Now, how many of you want to go back and know what you only knew back then? And look like you used to look. Ladies with the big poofy hair? Or the beehive? Men, you want to wear some acid wash jeans? Or roll up your sleeves with a white t-shirt? No? When you go to your high school reunion and you meet those that you knew in high school, you look at them and say, they got old and fast, didn't they? Because we have this expectation they're going to be exactly the way they were, just a little bit different from when they were in high school. But that's not how life works. You can't look at somebody the way they were. You have to look at them through the eyes of Christ, how He sees them. You were sinful. But here, verse 5. You know that He, Christ, was revealed to take away sins. And in Him there is no sin. No one who abides in Him sins. No one who sins has either seen Him or known Him. Little children, let no one deceive you. Everyone who does what is right is righteous, just as He is righteous. This is the word of God to the people of God, and we say, thanks be to God. When we meet Christ, we become different people. But so does everybody else. So when you meet somebody and you remember that they were a drunk or a drug addict or ran around on their spouse or abused their children, they might have changed. They might be different. But we won't know until we get to know them again. Because, sometimes they look at us and they say, weren't you, but now you're, see how that works? We hold grudges against people. We hold sins against people. But Jesus doesn't. Look what he said on the cross. Father, forgive them. They know not what they do. And if he can forgive those who are literally nailing him to the cross and piercing his side and sticking a crown of thorns upon his head, I'm not sure what you said either. If Jesus can forgive those who abused him and not hold it against them, then we need to do the same thing. We need to offer Christ, and we need to live as if Christ lives in us, so the world can see Christ through us. I am not the person I was at 17 when I graduated high school. Praise the Lord, I don't have to go back. But if I did go back, I'd want to go back knowing what I know now. And Rebecca and I didn't know that we crossed paths when we were in high school. She was in Sandersville and I was in Aiken. Y'all don't know where Sandersville is? Aiken is just across the river from Augusta. She used to go to Augusta with her family to go to the Augusta Mall. And I probably passed her in the Augusta Mall not knowing it. If I knew it then, I would have gone to Sandersville. Because I knew what my life would be like with her. If you knew what your life would be like with Christ, wouldn't you rush to get there? To go find him. And pray for those who haven't yet found him. And share the good news with them. Next week we're having a Bring a Friend Sunday. And I want you to bring a friend, somebody that needs Christ. Maybe they already know Christ, but they need to be reintroduced. Or maybe they have never known Christ, and they need for the first time to meet him. Let's go and offer Christ in the world. As we sing our closing hymn, I invite you to come to the altar to pick up these papers from yesterday, these prayer requests. Some of these people, as Dr. Walker said, became Christians because of what has happened, what they've seen, the miracles they've seen. I'm going to pray that somebody else becomes a miracle from this list that we have here. I'm going to get these prayer requests as we sing together our closing hymn.
367, let's do it together.
Let's sing the refrain once you have to hear a lot of these on the altar. I think we all can sing that now. Thank you, Lord. He touched me. He touched me. Oh, he touched me. And oh, that was my soul.
I hope that song is true for you, that you've been made whole by Jesus. But now He wants you to go forth into the world and share the good news. Tell the world that you've been made whole. Show them, and then invite them to come back so they too can find the Savior who will touch them and make them whole. So now it's